Does the volume of your exhaust actually equate to how much power your car is making? Does your dB convert to HP? We've got Dale here. He's tuned hundreds, if not thousands of cars, plus worked in an exhaust shop for a couple of decades. And see you in the comments, but his car's faster than all of your cars. He's got a 6-second car, so that'll do it. Dale, thanks for coming down.
No problem. Thanks.
Volume, power. Tell us everything.
So generally, to make more volume, you take restriction out of the exhaust.
Okay.
You take restriction out of the exhaust, it flows more. So in broad terms, yes, louder usually equals more horsepower.
There it is, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Is that all of it? Is that the end?
We can deep dive a little bit more though, because also there's a lot of different components that we're talking about. So turbo or not turbo, you've also got your manifolds.
Yep.
And people put big banana manifolds on or like log manifolds on and that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Do you find that any of that has ever been a big noticeable difference where you've gone, always go this way?
Not really. Like log manifolds work. People will argue that they don't work, but they do.
And they're cheap, right?
They're cheap, easier to make, generally tighter packaged.
Yep.
You know, if you've got something like your Subaru and you don't have a lot of room in there, generally that is basically a log manifold because it comes up into one pipe.
Yep. Why doesn't everyone just run straight pipes then?
Noise.
Exactly.
It's too loud.
Yeah.
That said though, Martin, if we can just say hello to our Volkswagen friends, I know one of the jobs that used to happen down at the shop a lot was resonator deletes.
Resonator deletes,
yeah. You know, the old 10-minute resonator delete. Now, I ended up doing, we built up our Mark 7 Golf R, ended up doing pretty much 11-second flat quarter mile, 0 to 100 in sub 3 seconds. I left my resonators in there. I left my muffler in there. So is a P-plate with a GTI that's putting a straight-through exhaust and a resonator delete, is he going faster than me?
Probably not.
No.
Because he's probably got a crackle tune too, you know.
That's right.
Yeah. How do you identify the limits? How do you know when your exhaust won't flow anymore?
On a turbo car, you'll just stop making power.
You'll just see it? You can see it when you're on the dyno?
Yep.
And an NA car?
NA car, well, they're a bit harder because you can't just turn the boost up to see, but yeah, you'll generally hear it.
You can hear it.
Yeah, it'll be like a little whoosh noise out the back, you know.
Oh, right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when you had the potato up the exhaust. You know?
Yes, yeah, that's right. Okay, so to a certain point, we're talking about a threshold here, at a certain point opening up, removing restriction is going to make more power.
Yep.
But then at a certain point, like if you put a 3-inch exhaust on a Peugeot 206, we're going to increase on the sound scale, but plateau or maybe dip on the power scale, is that right?
Correct.
So why are we making less power with a big exhaust?
Not enough back pressure on a
Okay, we're talking scavenging again.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and that's a whole big deep subject.
Okay, all right. So Martin, what have we got in summary? Where are we at?
I reckon, well, see, what we keep butting up against as well is, and you said it, because it's loud. So if you think about a race car and you go, I'm just going to straight pump my race car, great. You'll still get kicked out of some tracks.
Yeah.
So it's not like you just have infinite. You've also got size constraints, right? Like you might need a 4-inch exhaust on your car, but you're not fitting it.
No, that's right.
So that might come into like how much power you can actually make.
Yep. And some cars you just physically can't get big enough pipes in.
And then also, I reckon it comes down to quality of the exhaust components too, because sometimes you can get nice mufflers that actually flow pretty well, but still quieten.
Yeah, look, it all depends on how much packing. Like this muffler here, you can fit a lot more packing in it than you can in that. So that's going to take the edge off the noise more than that is.
Okay.
Which, that's still going to flow because it's straight through, essentially. It'll come in and then out with no baffles. And if you've got a muffler that's got baffles in it, that's going to restrict the flow, which is going to lower the noise.
Okay. Last thing can I dive into quickly, mild steel versus stainless. That used to be a thing that obviously people would spend a little bit more to get stainless. The price of everything's gone up, so what are the considerations now and what are the benefits of each?
Stainless will last a lot longer. It's more than double the price of mild steel at the moment, so yeah, that does affect the thing, but yeah, definitely lasts longer. Sound, very similar.
Okay.
Obviously stainless is generally TIG welded, so it's a lot neater. Mild steel is generally MIG'd.
And cheaper to make for that reason, right, from scratch?
Yep, that's right. So, you could do that system in mild steel for, say, $800. In stainless, you'd be $1,700, $1,800, you know.
Oh, wow. Double.
So, and because it takes a whole day to make it, like TIG weld it and do all that, you know.
Yep. Makes sense.
So, it definitely cost versus performance is... Yeah. It's more cost versus looks versus cost versus performance.
Okay. What have we learned, people? Here's what I think I've learned in summary. Mild steel, easier to make, cheaper. Stainless steel looks better. is going to be generally better quality. It's going to cost twice as much. Log manifolds, we don't even go there because there's too many people in the comments that are getting crazy about it.
Al can sort that one out.
Scroll down if you want to see the madness. There's going to be madness happening down there, and a whole lot of P-platers with resonator deletes on their GTIs just getting all angry about all sorts of different things.
And love and life.
But really, I think could I summarise it in saying that there's no one-size-fits-all in terms of volume and power. You probably actually need someone who's experienced tuning cars to know what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, cool. There it is. Massive thank you to Dale. If you do want to see some kind of scientific testing on exhaust that we did with Dale, you can check out our potato cannon video. I'll link it up there and I'll link it down below. Basically, we ran a car with a variety of different muffler setups, including a potato in a pipe. Spoiler alert, the potato made the most power, so you can check out that video. Thanks for coming down.
And we had a nice cheap lunch as well. Thanks, Dale.
No worries.